Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Lena. Welcome back. In general, it's been almost a year, probably, yeah. But still, I'll talk about that in another video because I'm planning to do TBR bookshelf tour, obviously, because things have changed a lot. But today, I'm going to talk to you about all the books that I'll be reading in March. So, last year was a difficult year for me reading wise. I was very busy here and I barely read anything. So I had like a very good rhythm reading, but last year it was not it. But this year I've already read I don't know, 17, 18 books, something like that. I'm starting to feel proud again. So I'm going to tell you all the books that I'll be reading this month. I have like a mix of a little bit of sci-fi, a little bit of fantasy. I've been in a very strong fantasy kick. I don't know why, but when I find myself not really feeling like reading, I really like to just read straight up fantasy and just disconnect from this world and go to the other one. So that's what I've been doing, and I'm doing a pretty good job at following series. And that's where we are going to start. I will be reading Hábitos y Mortajas, which is the sequel to a book that I read in January, which was called Sangre y Salitre, if I'm not mistaken. But this is a Spanish book, and it's basically this apparently like evil wizard telling you his life story while he's about to be executed. Basically, the king sends a scribe to just collect all his knowledge and his story. Basically, the first book wasn't exactly what I was hoping for. It's a kind of dark fantasy, but there's very little like magic in general. So I wasn't a huge fan of the first book, but it still left me intrigued enough to just find out what's happening in book two, and it's coming out this month. So I was just like, okay, I'll fucking read it. But yeah, it's a weird one. I'll talk about that one more on my January plus February wrap up. Then I've been rereading a lot because since before 2025 I was reading a lot of series and I was just like eating them up. I forgot a lot of things, so some first books that I've read but didn't reach out for the sequel, I was just like, okay, I'll read them again. And I've been actually really enjoying it. It's weird because I've never been one to enjoy like rereading that much, but lately it's been a good thing for me and it's working. So I'm going to reread The Children of Gods and Fighting Men because the new series set in the same world is coming out or has already come out, and I really really like this first book. It's Irish, Irish folklore and mythology, and this like I want to say like epic fantasy, but you have like these different stories from this different part of the continents, and you had Faye, if I'm not really mistaken. I'm not 100% sure, and I'm not a huge fan of Faye, the nowadays representation, but I really, really enjoyed this one. And it had like, not really dark fantasy, but a dark tint to it that I really, really enjoyed. So I will be rereading this one just so that I can read the next book next month. Then last month, I read Ascendant. I started the Sons of Chaos because for some reason in 4 random videos that I saw, it was mentioned in all of them. So I was just like, okay, maybe I need to read this. It is a very like fun dragons and adventurers book. I was expecting something bigger, but the first one was really, I wouldn't say Aragorn like, but in a sense it was like that first part of the, well, I'm thinking of the film, to be honest, that first part of the film when he's with Brooke, I don't remember his name, and they are like eluding these dark monsters that are hunting them, a little bit like that. And it was like creepy enough that I found those creatures like really cool and intriguing and creepy. But I don't know, I was into it. I wouldn't say that like I was a huge fan, but I like it enough that I really want to continue the series. Apparently, the more you get into the series, the more like progression fantasy it is. And if you know me a little bit, you know that I really, really like progression fantasy. So I'm really hoping for that. Apparently, it turns more of like you're leveling up and getting abilities the stronger you get. So I'm very curious. But the first one had like enough of like battles and well, not really politics, but like innovation, that type of stuff that I actually really enjoyed. So yeah, we'll be reading book 2 this month. Though I have to say that it is the least likely to happen. From all these books that I'm going to be talking about here, this is the least likely to happen. Well, I'm actually not really sure if I want a physical copy of this because I'm reading them on Kindle and I'm really happy with the format. And so I don't know. Talking about rereading, I want to continue reading for like this year's challenge. I want to finish the Book of the Fallen, Malathan Book of the Fallen. So I want to start this series again for the third time. If you've been here a while, you know that I recently reread The Gardens of the Moon. And I don't particularly like that book that much, to be honest. I really like Memories of Ice, which is book 2. The thing is, I don't remember most of what happened with that book. So I don't want to jump into book 3. I much rather take the caution path here and just reread the whole 2 books again, even though book 2 is massive. I lost my copy of the first book while I was moving. Don't know what it is. Don't know what it is. I'll probably just get another one so I can continue collecting them. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the series, though book 2 I really enjoyed. So for now, it's just like a 50-50 situation. Malazan is this like epic, kind of dark fantasy, and I'm not really sure how to explain it because it has so many branches and stories. So I find it so fucking difficult to explain in general. But the thing that I like the most about this series is that gods are very like meddling with human lives and they interfere a lot, or this is how I see it. They interfere a lot, so I really like that. And that's why I'm just pushing myself a little bit to just enjoy this series. I feel like I'm like, there's like lovers of the series and complete haters, and I just feel like I don't fit in any of these categories. So I'm just like, why should I do? So I'll try and read them again. We'll see. But this is a challenge that I will take this year for sure, like finishing all the fucking books in this main series. This next one is a self-published dark fantasy book also. This is Tomb of Tomes. Like I was doubting a lot. Is this the correct pronunciation? I don't know. But I recently discovered the author of this book through his YouTube channel, and I've been really enjoying his taste in books. So when I saw that he had a book coming out this month, I was like, okay, let's give it a try. And apparently it's about this scholar goes into like this gigantic and weird library and she's exploring it. So I don't know. Of course, books, horror, or dark fantasy, whatever you want to call it, that speaks to me. So I really want to give it a shot. Then I have been reading, well, I think the last time that I made a video, I talked about this, but as you can see, I didn't make much progress, but I've been reading Monster, the manga. I love the anime when I first saw it, I don't know, 10 years ago or more. So I recently decided, well, a year ago, I decided to start reading the manga because I never read it. So I want to read volume 4 this month. I've been also reading Berserk, but this month I really want to read Monster. So this is about a surgeon who he's this very prestigious surgeon, very young. And when the leader of this nation, well, not the leader, the military general of this nation, plus 2 children get shot, he decides to save the children. And he has very bad luck. One of these 2 children becomes a serial killer. So he decides that is his like destiny or his job to actually stop him. It is really cool. I really like it. The anime is fantastic. So I really want to continue reading the manga. Then, this is a surprise. I read the entire original Red Rising trilogy throughout this last month because I really wanted to read the new trilogy. I don't like Red Rising. The first book I think is not good, to be honest. But book 2 and book 3 I actually enjoyed more. So one of my friends has always told me that this second trilogy is much more like politic focused. So I was just like, okay, maybe I need to try it. And yes, I do like more these new books. The first one is Iron Gold. I enjoyed more than every single one of the other books. So I'm happy with this decision. So I will be reading Dark Age this month. I mean, this is a very well-known series, but it's basically a sci-fi series, Roman inspired. The first book is very reminiscent of the Hunger Games, but they are just thrown in this academy where they have to basically defeat each other. That includes killing each other sometimes. I didn't really like book 1, but now there's a lot of politics involved. Is a system set, dividing them by colors. I don't know. I'm liking it more. You can see that the author has grown up a little bit. His writing, especially. So yeah, I've been liking this one a lot more. And as you can see, the only one that I have physically here, these Burning Stars. Honestly, I just put this here because I really want to read more sci-fi. And I've heard that this is a mix between sci-fi and fantasy, but I'm still going to try it. This is These Burning Stars by Bethany Jacobs. But this is a multi-character POV sci-fi story with heist and a thief who has a secret, people who are trying to find her, and then this third mysterious character who no one knows what they want. It was a difficult mouthful to get out. But I don't know. I'm kind of intrigued. I had this here. And recently I saw someone, I think it was on TikTok, give this one like 4.5 stars. So I was just like, maybe I can try it. I don't know. If you have read it, just let me know, please. Then another surprise. Last year, I decided to read again J. Christoph. I don't really like his books, to be honest. But my sister is such a huge fan that I decided to read the series, which is about vampires. And I read the first 2 books. I enjoyed them. I mean, I gave both like 3 stars. They were okay. I really like the setting. The setting I really enjoy. Like it's like more similar to like Castlevania, where you have like the church. It's medieval times. The vampires are powerful. They have like a say in the politics and such. And that I enjoyed. But the whole main story with the brothers and this girl who's supposed to be the savior, I don't enjoy it that much. But I really like the way it's told. Like they're telling the story and you cut between the past and the present time where they all been holding captive by this great vampire. So yeah, but I feel like I enjoyed the present time way more than the past. But because I'm only missing like this third book, which came out last year, I decided to read it to just have a good time with my sister, to be honest. Then another graphic novel. I've been really into graphic novels for the last like 2 years. This is Descender by Jeff Lemire. I haven't read that many graphic novels by him, but I just really want to try this one. This is a sci-fi one. I don't know much about it, but it has a huge following. So I really want to try it just to see if I like it. I've also been really enjoying like reading them digitally instead of like having the physical like graphic novel. So I've been flying through them. Last year, I don't know, I've read like 99 books and maybe 50 or 60 of them were graphic novels. Like I was so into them. I will probably do a video soon about them. But yeah, I really want to try this one. And the last one that I have here, this is a very like positive TBR. I don't think I will read them all. But this is Shroud, which is a Adrian Tchaikovsky book. If you've been here a while, you know that I don't really connect with his books. I love his ideas. I think the worlds are great, but he usually has humor in his books and I despise it. so much. I really like Children of Time, and then the rest I didn't enjoy. So when I saw that this was horror, I was like, okay, maybe this will work out. I feel like he has a very similar humor to like Joe Abercrombie, and I don't enjoy that type of humor in books. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I just cannot. It annoys me a lot. So I don't know. I want to give it a try. I've not read what this one is about. I just know that is supposedly kind of serious because it's horror. So I will give it a try. I have the audiobook. I don't have the physical book. So we'll see. I really hope it's better. But to be honest, I'm not really that hopeful. But I think it's the first book that I'm going to read this month to see if I actually I'm in the mood or not. But we'll see. So yeah, these are all the books that I'm going to try and read this month. So have you been reading much? Have you been in a slump like me? I will tell you like all these news probably in that bookshelf tour that I will be doing soon. But yeah, we'll talk soon then. And as always, or at least as now, I will see you in the next one. Bye.